In 2025, a new and rapidly growing threat is targeting your online identity. Every day, millions of people rely on their smartphones for everything from banking to social media, trusting that their personal information is safe behind a simple phone number. But what if that trust is misplaced? What if the very thing you use to secure your accounts is actually the weakest link in your digital life? The danger doesn't come from sophisticated malware or high-tech hacking tools, but from a simple trick that exploits the trust we all place in our phone numbers. Your phone number is more than just a way for friends and family to reach you. It's become a universal identifier, used to verify your identity across countless apps and services. This is where SIM swapping comes in, a low-tech scam with devastating high-tech consequences. Criminals don't need to break into your phone or guess your passwords. Instead, they trick your mobile provider into transferring your phone number to a new SIM card, one they control. Suddenly they have access to your calls, your texts, and most importantly, your security codes. Verified Instagram accounts, especially those with the coveted blue checkmark, have become prime targets for these attacks. These aren't just personal profiles, they're often the backbone of businesses, brands, and public figures. Losing access can mean losing your livelihood, your reputation, and your connection to your audience. Hackers use SIM swaps to intercept two-factor authentication codes, turning your own security measures against you. With your phone number in their hands, they can reset passwords, bypass security checks, and lock you out of your own accounts, sometimes before you even realize what's happening. In this video, we'll break down exactly how these attacks happen, why they're so effective, and the steps you can take right now to protect yourself. We'll look at real-world examples, expert advice, and practical tips to help you stay one step ahead of cybercriminals. Remember, your phone number isn't just a contact detail, it's the master key to your entire digital world. Guard it carefully because in the wrong hands it can unlock everything you hold dear online. SIM swapping, or SIM hijacking, is a form of identity theft where a criminal tricks your mobile provider into transferring your number to their SIM card. They gather personal info from social media data breaches or underground forums to impersonate you convincingly. The attacker contacts your carrier, claiming their phone was lost or stolen, and provides your details to pass security checks. Sometimes, corrupt insiders at mobile carriers help bypass security entirely, making the attack nearly unstoppable. Once the swap is done, the hacker receives all your calls and texts, including security codes, locking you out of your accounts. For a few $100s, your digital life can be handed over to a criminal in minutes. Every SIM swap attack begins with a phase of careful research. Hackers don't just pick victims at random. They specifically target users who have valuable or highly sought-after Instagram handles, or those who might have a significant online presence. These handles, sometimes called OG or original handles, can be resold for thousands of dollars on underground markets. The attacker's first step is to identify potential victims by scouring social media platforms, forums, and even gaming communities looking for usernames that stand out or have high resale value. Once a target is chosen, the hacker begins gathering as much personal information as possible. They comb through public social media profiles, searching for details like your full name, birthday, phone number, and even your pet's name, anything that could help them answer security questions. But they don't stop there. Hackers also purchase or download data from previous data breaches, which often contain sensitive information like addresses, email accounts, and sometimes even partial social security numbers. All of this data is compiled to build a convincing profile that allows the attacker to convincingly impersonate you. Armed with this information, the attacker contacts your mobile carrier's customer service, pretending to be you. They claim that their phone was lost or stolen and request that your phone number be transferred to a new SIM card in their possession. Using the personal details they've collected, they answer security questions and may even use social engineering tactics, like faking distress or urgency, to convince the representative to approve the SIM swap. If the carrier falls for the ruse, your SIM card is deactivated and the attacker's SIM is activated with your number. Suddenly your phone loses all service. No calls, no texts, no data. You might notice a no service or emergency calls only message on your screen, often catching you completely off guard. This is the biggest red flag that a SIM swap attack is underway. If you ever see no service on your phone unexpectedly, especially if you're in an area with good coverage, it's crucial to act immediately. Contact your carrier from another device and alert them to the possibility of fraud before the attacker can do more damage. With control of your phone number, the hacker can now reset passwords on your Instagram and other online accounts. Most platforms use SMS-based two-factor authentication, so the attacker receives all verification codes and password reset links directly to their device. Within minutes, they can lock you out of your accounts, change your passwords, and even enable additional security measures to keep you out. The attacker moves quickly to change recovery emails, phone numbers, and other account details. This makes it nearly impossible for you to regain access, as all recovery options now point to the hacker's information. In some cases, they may even enable extra security features to further lock you out. Shockingly, the entire SIM swap process can take less than an hour from start to finish. By the time you realize what's happening, the attacker may already have full control of your digital life. Verified Instagram accounts are more than profiles. They're brands, businesses, and trusted platforms. The blue checkmark signals legitimacy, making these accounts valuable to criminals. Hackers sell stolen accounts on underground forums, sometimes for tens of thousands of dollars. They use compromised accounts to run scams, promote fake giveaways, or hold them for ransom. A message from a verified account is trusted, so scams spread quickly. For hackers, it's about money, reputation, and bragging rights in the underground. The public nature of these takeovers only fuels their appeal. Losing your Instagram account is just the beginning. Your phone number is often the gateway to your entire digital identity. Hackers use it to reset passwords for your email, bank, and other accounts, gaining access to everything. With control of your email, they can intercept password resets for nearly any service you use. Financial apps and crypto exchanges are especially vulnerable. Once funds are stolen, they're gone for good. Victims often lose savings and access to personal data in minutes. The emotional toll is severe, and recovery is slow and stressful. A single SIM swap can unravel your digital life for months or even years. In early 2024, a shocking incident rocked the influencer world. Luz, a rising star and the proud owner of the highly sought-after @Luz Instagram handle, became the latest victim of a sophisticated SIM swap attack. Her handle wasn't just a username, it was a digital status symbol, a brand in itself, and a magnet for both fans and cybercriminals alike. The attack began innocuously enough. Luz was in the middle of a glamorous photo shoot, surrounded by cameras and stylists, when her phone suddenly lost service. She glanced at the screen, saw the no service message, and shrugged it off as a minor network glitch, something that happens all the time in busy city centers or remote locations. Little did she know, this was the first sign of a much bigger problem. Behind the scenes, hackers had already convinced her mobile carrier to transfer her phone number to a new SIM card under their control. Within an hour, they bypassed her two-factor authentication, seized her Instagram account, and immediately changed all recovery information. Luz's followers were shocked to see strange posts promoting crypto scams, giveaways, and suspicious links, none of which came from her. Luz was completely locked out of her own account. The hackers wasted no time sending her a chilling ransom demand, $50,000 in Bitcoin, or she would lose her handle forever. The message was clear. Her digital identity was being held hostage, and the price was steep. Refusing to give in to extortion, Luz launched a frantic campaign to reclaim her account. She spent hours on the phone with her mobile carrier trying to prove her identity and reverse the SIM swap. At the same time, she bombarded Instagram support channels with urgent requests, desperate to halt the scammers' activity before more damage was done. After 2 exhausting weeks, Luz finally regained access to her account, but the ordeal had taken its toll. Her reputation was tarnished, as many followers had fallen for the scams and lost money. She watched in dismay as her follower count dropped, and trust in her brand eroded. The emotional and financial impact was immense, not just for Luz, but for her entire online community. The Luz incident sent shockwaves through the influencer world, exposing just how vulnerable even the most prominent social media personalities are to SIM swapping. It was a wake-up call for anyone who relies on digital platforms for their livelihood. For hackers, the value of a rare, short handle like @Luz is immense. These handles are status symbols, often traded on the dark web for thousands of dollars. The risk is high, but so is the potential reward, making them prime targets for cybercriminals. For victims like Luz, the consequences are devastating and far-reaching. Beyond the immediate financial loss, there's the emotional trauma, the loss of trust, and the daunting task of rebuilding a damaged reputation. The high price of a handle, it turns out, is paid not just in money but in peace of mind. Protecting yourself starts with your mobile carrier. Set up a strong, unique port-out PIN or password. Don't use easily guessed info like birthdays. Make it something only you know. Switch from SMS-based two-factor authentication to an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy. Review your accounts and remove your phone number wherever possible. Use app-based or hardware authentication instead. Limit the personal info you share online. Hackers piece together details from public sources. Watch for sudden loss of cell service. If it happens, contact your carrier immediately from another device. Be alert for unexpected texts or emails about SIM changes. Quick action can stop an attack before it spirals out of control. For maximum security, use a physical security key like YubiKey for two-factor authentication. These keys require physical presence, making remote hacks nearly impossible. Consider a dedicated VoIP number for account recovery. Services like Google Voice are harder to hijack than standard mobile numbers. Audit your accounts and remove your phone number wherever it's not essential. Fewer linked accounts mean fewer vulnerabilities. Have a digital lockdown plan. Keep carrier and bank contact info handy, and know how to freeze your credit. Preparation and quick response are your best defenses. The more proactive you are, the less likely you'll become a victim. SIM swapping is a systemic problem. Carriers, platforms, and users all have roles to play. Carriers must strengthen identity checks and stop relying on easily stolen personal info. Platforms like Instagram should push users towards stronger authentication and improve account recovery for victims. As users, we must stay informed, use strong passwords, and enable the best security available. Security isn't a one-time fix, it's an ongoing practice. Demand more from companies that hold your data and take responsibility for your own digital hygiene. By working together and staying vigilant, we can make SIM swapping far less effective. Your digital identity is valuable, protect it like it is. Thanks for watching Cyber Defense.